Alright people, so I'm here with a Raw review, and again I'm using my iPod because it's faster to upload the videos, and if I did use my iPad to do it, it probably would take 45 minutes to upload my video, which would upload it close to 1 o'clock in the morning. So I kind of want to get this video uploaded sooner, so if the video quality is fucked up, I apologize in advance. But anyway, this episode of Raw fucking sucked. I mean, you had a boring fucking Seth Green hosting it, who didn't even look like he had an idea what he was doing. You had no good returns, which you usually get in the Slammys. You had, just no excitement really. It was dull, shitty build to TLC, nothing really. The ending was alright there. It was actually a pretty decent ending, but still, nothing really good to build to TLC. So you get the show started off with Miz and Seth Green cutting a promo. I mean, I guess it was alright. You had, Seth, I don't even know who the fuck Seth Green is, but, it's coming from my standpoint. I'm sure a lot of people know who he is, but I don't really know who he is. But Miz is like, yeah, me, I'm an A-plus player, right? And then Seth Green is like, no, it's Miz who's the A-plus player. So, I mean, nothing really too great here or anything like that, this opening promo. Then we get Rollins defeating Ziggler. And here we go again. WWE, they always do this. They give somebody a great victory, like Ziggler. They gave him a great push over the Authority there at Survivor Series. They give somebody a big victory, and then they just drop the ball with him, and it looks like they're starting to do it again. Ziggler fucking loses to Seth Rollins. I mean, isn't he supposed to be getting pushed? He just won a huge fucking match, and now they're already making him lose. I had an argument with some people on Twitter where I'm like, they might not push Ziggler, and they're like, he won at Survivor Series, of course, and they're calling me names, of course, like immature retards. And of course, look who's right. I'm right on a lot of things, and look who's starting. I warned you, alright? I warned you people. And the match was boring too. I mean, I expected better from two good wrestlers here, but just a boring fucking match here for the most part. I give it 1 out of 5 stars. And then Sting wins the award for, I think, I don't remember what it was, but Sting won the award. And, was it OMG? No, it was Santi. I don't even fucking know what the award was for, but Sting wins the award and Rollins accepts it for himself. So I mean, it seems like half the people who got awards weren't even there today. I mean, it was fucking ridiculous. But anyway, I guess you could give a pass to Ultimate Warrior since he is dead. But I mean, there you go. Sting's not even there to accept his award. So yeah, I'll give that 1 out of 5 stars. And then we get Kofi defeating Cody Rhodes or Stardust. It was a boring fucking match with a horrible ending. The ending's a fucking crossbody into the pinning combination, and that's your ending. And I mean, the New Day is fucking horrible. I mean, does WWE get that dancing gimmicks always fail for the most part? I mean, whether it be Fandango, 3MB, etc. Dancing gimmicks are not the fucking answer to get somebody over. And I'm tired of all these retarded ass gimmicks. I mean, come on, they can't think of anything better than a fucking, 3-man dancing team dressed in blue, dancing to fucking, dancing with old ladies. I mean, it's fucking retarded. They can't think of anything better than, some bullfighters, the fucking, messing around with a 2-foot bull. I mean, it's retarded. And then Warrior wins a surprise return of the year. And WWE must not know what the definition of surprise means. The participants were Hogan, which we knew about, Batista, which we knew about, Warrior, which we knew about, and I believe it was Rock too, which we didn't know about. That was the only legitimate surprise return. Do they know what surprise means? It means it wasn't expected. It was out of the blue. 3 out of this 4 went out of the blue, so that really pissed me off. And of course, you knew Warrior was going to win because he's a dead guy. So I mean, I'm not saying that in disrespect or anything, but you just knew he was going to win. So yeah, Warrior wins. And was he deserving or not? I mean, probably, because, I mean, but not really, because it wasn't a surprise. They should have just said it, return of the year, instead of surprise return of the year. So then we get Natalya defeating Charlotte. And they really put on a good match, and one of the previous NXT pay-per-views. I don't remember which one, but this one was just shitty. It was boring. I'll give it 1 out of 5 stars. It should have been much longer, and it should have been much better as well, but this was just pretty shitty, I thought. And I thought it was a good idea to bring the NXT people, you know, onto the Raw. Like, oh, good, it's Charlotte. We haven't seen her on Raw. But at least give her some time to actually put on a good match. Then we get Brock Lesnar winning the OMG moment of the year. And again, no Brock Lesnar showing up. There's another person who wasn't there to accept the award. So then Heyman cuts just like a 30-second to 1 minute promo. I mean, it was pretty stupid. Then we get Ambrose and Wyatt in a segment. Wyatt cuts a promo, which wasn't good at all. Just a bunch of recapping, you know, especially from the segment on SmackDown. And it's annoying because a lot of these promos, they just recap what happened on SmackDown. It's like, don't even show it. I don't care what happened on SmackDown. It's a fucking jobber show. It's like half, at least, it had to be like at least half probably of Wyatt's promo was like recapping from what happened. And then Ambrose, yeah, kind of cool how Ambrose came out of the ambulance with all the smoke and it was dark. That looked kind of cool. That was probably the best part of the segment. And then you got, you know, Ambrose brings all the ladders and tables out and shit. And then, you know, not much of a brawl, or, you know, just fucking, he threw the chair towards Wyatt's face there, but I mean, nothing, you know, that great, and it wasn't a proper build to the match. I think we should have had more of a promos between these two guys because they can cut great promos, yet we don't see enough promos between these two guys. You know, you got two of the best promo guys in the company, yet, you know, they don't even cut that many promos between each other. It just doesn't make that much sense. Then we get AJ winning Diva of the Year. You know, I think it should have been fucking nobody who won the Diva of the Year because the Divas division was a fucking disaster. Then we get Rowan and Harper ending in disqualification. Just a fucking boring match here between two big guys who I think are going to be failures in the long run. Especially Rowan, because Rowan can't really... I mean, Harper I think he has the potential to be actually not that bad because he has some nice moves, but Harper seems the worst of the two and he seems boring. And this match was boring. And then they brawl a little bit after the match too. You know, because then it ended in DQ, so they start brawling, and again, you know, they did have a steel chair shot to the head there, steel stairs to the head, but still, the match, the segment as a whole was boring. I'll give it 1 out of 5 stars. Then we get Mizdow wins the LOL moment of the year, and again, you know, it was LOL moment, so I don't get how, you know, Mizdow, you know, they titled it Stunt Double. How is that a moment? It's a collection of moments, but it's not one particular moment. So again, you know, just kind of contradicting what the official award was. But anyway, Mizdow wins, and then Miz takes the award. And you had a feeling he was going to do it. It was pretty predictable there. Then we get Rusev and Swagger in a fucking segment. Lana cuts her typical anti-American promo, which isn't that entertaining at all. And then we get a short little brawl here with Swagger coming out, puts Rusev in the ankle lock. I mean, they just had a feud a few months ago, which was, you know, which wasn't that great. And now they're going to have another one? I mean, come on. It's like, can we see some new original feud? I mean, I guess the Swagger-Rusev feud, I mean, I guess it wasn't horrible to my memory, but I mean, it's not like I remember that too many good things that came out of that feud, and now we're going to have it again. It's like, you know, Cesaro faced Swagger, or Cesaro faced Sheamus. I believe it was like around May or something. Then like 3 months later, he was facing him again in a pay-per-view match. I mean, 2 pay-per-view matches within like, you know, 5 months between Cesaro and Sheamus. I mean, it was just stupid. And it wasn't back-to-back. It was like one, and then 5 months later, we're gonna have another one. I mean, can we get some new fucking tag matches or matches, feuds, whatever? Then we get a 6-man tag match, which was just boring. And this is when I started to fucking tune out of the show, you know, playing my phone a little bit, playing the iPad. I mean, it's hard to sit through 3 hours of shit and continually watch it without doing anything and without becoming distracted by outside things, you know. I mean, it's just fucking ridiculous. So I believe I didn't even write down who the participants were. I believe it was like Mizdow, Miz, versus Mizdow, Miz, and somebody versus the Usos and somebody, I don't fucking know, but the match was boring. I like if it 1 out of 5 stars again. You know, just once the show gets like really boring, I tend to tune out because it's boring. And then we get Steamboat coming back to present the Match of the Year award. I guess it was kind of cool to see Steamboat back. I don't even fucking know. I mean, I wasn't really marking out or anything about it, but it's better than seeing a fucking, you know, a regular person presented, I guess. So Team Cena versus Team Authority wins Match of the Year. So there you go, people. I mean, it was a really good match, so I mean, I don't have any problem with that, really. Then we get AJ defeating Summer Rae. I'll give it a half star out of 5. Who the fuck cares about this? Then we get RVD coming back to present the extreme moment of the year. And Y2J wins with a dive off the top of the cage. You know, I don't fucking know. You know, why wouldn't they put Daniel Bryan and Kane going through the flaming table? And again, Y2J is not there to present the award. And when you think of extreme, you think of like weapons being used or materials like fire being used. You don't think of like a jump off the top of the cage, even though that is, you know, hard. You kind of think of, you know, chairs, tables, fire, you know, things like that. And why the fuck is the name of the pay-per-view Tables, Ladders, Chairs, and Steps? I mean, what the fuck is that? I mean, it just sounds retarded. It's they're like they just added it too. It's like, yeah, at the tables, ladders, chairs. Oh, it's stairs. They're like, yeah, at the tables, ladders, chairs, and stairs pay-per-view. I'm like, what? Where'd that come out of? I mean, they just altered the name of the pay-per-view like that. It sounds retarded. So yeah, Y2J isn't even there to accept it. So Fandango accepts it. And what relevancy does Fandango have to Chris Jericho? Yeah, you know, Fandango's like, yeah, I faced him fucking, you know, over a year ago, like a year and a half ago at WrestleMania, so I'm going to accept it. Like, what? I mean, what the fuck? I mean, can we get some logical shit here? Then we get Reigns winning the Superstar of the Year, and a few people voted for Roman Reigns. I mean, come on. You really think 5 Moves Roman Reigns is fucking deserving of the Superstar of the Year award? I really think this has a good possibility of being rigged, because I think more people would vote for Daniel Bryan than would vote for Roman Reigns. So I don't fucking know though. You know, you always gotta question Vince McMahon. So I wasn't happy about Roman Reigns, and you know, there you go. I mean, and they had Roman Reigns ready to fucking come out too. I mean, they probably have everybody. I don't know how they fucking do. Do they have everybody ready to come out? Do they rig the votes? I don't know, but you know, so there you go. Reigns wins. Wasn't happy about that. Whether it was rigged or not, I'm not happy about it. And then we get fucking Big Show in the main event. Are you fucking kidding me? The 40+ year old, I believe he's over 40-year-old Big Show. I mean, come on. Can we get some new fresh talent in the main event besides Big Show and John Cena? I mean, this is the most retarded ass main event you could possibly have. A fucking washed up, overweight, stale, boring motherfucker versus another stale, you know, more talented but still stale. We're tired of him being a face for fucking forever, motherfucker, PG motherfucker. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. The match was boring as fuck. It ends in DQ. You know, when somebody, I don't even remember, comes down. And I have to say, I did enjoy what happened after the match. There was a nice little brawl there. Some nice table spot. I believe there was more than one table spot, too. I remember Ziggler got put through a table, which was a pretty nice spot there. And I believe, oh yeah, Cena was triple powerbomb through a table. So a few nice spots there to end off the show. Overall, I give that segment 2 out of 5 stars. The match was really boring though, but I'm rating it overall as a segment. And overall, the show was complete fucking garbage. I mean, it was slammy shit. It was just fucking horrible. So overall, I give this show fucking, you know, I'm just gonna give it fucking like 0.25 out of 10 stars. It's like when you have a bad waitress, you're supposed to leave like a penny tip to let them know that you didn't forget to, you know. So that's that's gonna be the philosophy I'm using today. Instead of giving it 0, I'm gonna give it 0.25 for the hell of it. You know, maybe 0.01 out of, there we go, 0.01 out of fucking 10 stars. So there's your rating, people. Show is very shitty. Show is very boring. I expected a lot more from not only a TLC Go Home show, but also the Slammy show. So yeah, very shitty show tonight. So there you go, people.